Welcome back to Real Roots Radio. I am so excited to have Frank Solivan joining us on Real Roots Radio today. And Frank, you have one of the newest members of Dirty Kitchen joining us on the air today as well, don't you?
Yeah, well, he's been in the band for a couple of years now, and we've done some new recordings. This is Jack Dunlap. He's an incredible mandolin player, actually, and that's what I say on stage. He's an incredible mandolin player, and that's why he's on the guitar.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Right?
Jack, welcome to Real Roots Radio. Glad to have you with us today, too.
Glad to be here.
He's a slayer, boy, I tell you.
We mentioned Frank Sullivan, Dirty Kitchen. Y'all come to Southgate House Revival, super cool venue, and just across the river from Cincinnati in Newport, Kentucky. I've
That's
seen
right.
some killer shows there, and boy, y'all are going to throw down on Friday night, aren't you?
Well, I'm hoping to. I mean, the band is sounding really good, and everybody's feeling really good. We played a couple shows this week, and we're stoked. And it's the day that we release a new single to the public. I think you already have a copy of it, Looking Past You, and man, yeah, we're stoked that finally getting some music out to the listeners. And we're gonna play it that night. We're gonna play it on Friday.
It's going to be fantastic. Your guys' debut for Turnberry Records, an old favorite from the Newgrass Revival. What inspired you to tackle this old Newgrass Revival song, Dirty Kitchen style?
Well, let's see. I have been a fan of Newgrass Revival since I was a kid. My family, and when they would come out to the West Coast, I grew up in California, would always go see Newgrass Revival wherever they played. And I'd seen them a couple of times. And then in 1986, I saw them at the Strawberry Music Festival in near Yosemite, California. And it was pivotal for me. I was 9 and watching these guys going, oh my God. My whole family plays music. I was like, I've seen these instruments before. I've seen these guys before, but now it was like really hitting me for some reason. Like I want to do that, you know? And they played this song, Looking Past You. They played a bunch of stuff, but Looking Past You, hearing John Cowan's soaring vocals and Sam just chopping the heck out of the mandolin and Bela and Pat Flynn. It's a Pat Flynn song, but man, those guys were just on fire, and it was pivotal at that time. And every time I heard them after that, they played the song, and I always, sometimes they would even kick off the show with it, and it was very inspiring. And I've always wanted to record it. The hook kind of just stuck with me, and nobody does it. They played it almost every show, but nobody does it. So I was like, well, let's do it.
Absolutely. It's got that kind of signature 80s Newgrass Revival energy and vibe, and it's just so addicting. Jack, of course, I'm assuming we're probably closer in age. You probably didn't get the chance to see the Newgrass Revival live in the 80s like so many blessed people like Frank here. But
It broke
what
up
about
before
the
I was
Newgrass
born.
Revival's sound kind of drew you in and is inspiring to you as well?
And I didn't really listen to Newgrass Revival until I was like 17 or 18.
Which was just last year,
Yeah.
actually.
Those
He looks like he hasn't been shaving that long, so.
Oh, I was driving down to the Clifftop Old Time Festival with a friend of mine, and I had a Volkswagen Beetle that had a 6 CD changer, and somebody had just given me a bunch of Sam Bush stuff because I hadn't really gotten into Sam Bush yet. And on the Boulevard, that album was one of the albums that I had in the car, and that came on, and it just was like, holy man, this is the stuff right here. I'd never heard anything like it before, and since then, I've been one of my favorite bands of all time. Just listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Inspiring. And, I've been able to record with Sam Bush and John Cowan. And, I told them that story about seeing them when I was 9. And a good friend of mine who played bass in my band for a while was Danny Booth, who lives in Alaska. And we were going down the road one day, and he says, man, I got this recording live Newgrass Revival. I was like, oh, play it, man. 1986. I was like, oh, sweet. And I was like listening to this thing, and I'm realizing, hey, man, I was in the front row watching those guys at that show, and I could hear my dad's whistle, and my family kind of, applauding and whatnot on that recording. And I've told Sam and John that story, and they're like, "Hey, man, can you send that to me?" So I've been able to send them that recording on Dropbox or whatever it was, and yeah, it's very cool, very inspiring musicians for sure.
What about Newgrass Revival's live show and what they brought to the stage? Do you try to incorporate into the live shows that folks going to see from Frank Sullivan and Dirty Kitchen, like this coming Friday in Newport, Kentucky?
Well, people have likened us just our style as far as energy goes on stage, and I think that is a huge factor. Watching those guys live was parted hair, and I don't have any blew my hair off,
He's
Anyway,
been like that since he was 9.
that's right. I haven't had any hair since I was 9. That's right. I've been shaving my head since I was 9. Anyway, no, I think the energy factor is huge, and musicianship too. It's not just energy, but I always like to say what we do lack in musicianship, we'll make up for in energy. But honestly, the band is super good. I mean, Jack's a killer on the guitar, and Mike Munford on the banjo was also, the International Banjo Player of the Year, and now Cody Brown playing bass with the band and singing with us. It's band hasn't sounded better.
This is your first single for Turnberry Records.
Yeah.
Is there more new music coming in 2026 that folks can look forward to?
Yes. Would you like to hear a song?
Let's do it. Let's hear it right now on Real Roots Radio.
All right. Well, we got one here that we are going to release as a single at some point here, but we got to release "Looking Past You" first. But we'll play you a new song that we've recorded and we've been playing out a little bit just this last weekend, actually. So let me see if I can change my settings here once. There we go. It's called "Looking." It's not "Looking Past You." It's called "What'll I Do." Time apart, I hope and pray will bring us back together someday. What'll I do if I can't have you? What'll I do if I can't have you? What do you say, Jack? Yeah. Well, try something new. What do you say? Mend our hearts and come one day. Have some better days, can't let our love slip away. What'll I do if I can't have you? What'll I do if I can't have you? Might as well just die. What'll I do if I can't have you? 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 Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Fantastic, fantastic. Frank Solivan, What'll I Do? That's going to be a new one from Dirty Kitchen. Where'd that song come from?
I wrote that.
Nice,
Yeah,
fantastic.
got a lot of originals coming out, and some original takes on old ones that you may be familiar with as well. It's kind of the band thing, take an old tune and revamp it, spread it out on the floor and bluegrass all over it, dirty kitchen all over it.
Hey, it's just that chef aspect coming in on knocking it down and
All right.
deconstructing it and stacking it back up, right?
That's right. Yeah. Just get a little cooked on one side, It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's absolutely. We'll figure out how many cooking metaphors we can work in here.
We actually have a tune coming out on the new record too. It's called Dirty Kitchen. It's the namesake of the band. It's an original tune. We probably won't play it for you right. Well, we could, I guess. I mean, but yeah, I recorded it like 27 years ago, long before the band name, and I wanted the name that described things that I like doing, of course, cooking. I wrote this tune instead of cleaning the kitchen, and that's just been my style, everything kind of relating to food somehow or another.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Well, with your chef background, what's your favorite cuisine?
Chef, well, I don't call myself a chef. I just love to cook, man, and
Okay,
have
okay.
I've
We'll
consumed a
we'll
lot of
call
food.
you a chef. You don't have to call yourself that,
Hey,
but
man, I've been called worse, It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I've worked in some restaurants in my youth, and my mother was she was a great cook. She owned a couple of places, and worked in the restaurant business when I was young. And she would set me on the counter and show me, like what to do. And I was just banging pots and pans together when I was a little kid, and to the point where I was cooking meals for the family and so on and so forth. And then, she wrote me a cookbook before she died, a handwritten cookbook. And in there, in the little forward, she wrote, dare I call you a, self-taught chef. Anyway, she she was very sweet and was an inspiration with that whole side of what I love to do for sure.
where do you think we might be getting a little heady here, but
Okay.
with how much you love being in the kitchen, how much you love cooking, how much you love, recipes and cookbooks and all that jazz, ingredients, you name it. How does that sort of mindset go into your role as a band leader or go into putting together a new album or constructing a song? Do you see any kind of parallels or am I a little too off in left field?
No, we can go down that heady aspect. I think it's cool. I think good ingredients make for a good meal typically, especially if you have the components together and prepared right. Right? It's kind of like a band. Like Jack's a killer on the guitar. What a great ingredient to have in the band. Great singer, all the things. And then you arrange the song, you prepare the recipe, and you cook it well, and then you deliver it to the table. And that's what we do on stage. I think it's a perfect metaphor. Yeah, nice
You did
work,
it.
Neil.
Jack, where are you from? What's your background?
I'm from Winchester, Virginia, so that's like Northern Virginia area.
Fantastic. Who are
Yeah.
some of your guitar heroes and biggest influences?
Well, Tony Rice, of course. Man, I guess when I started playing guitar, I was really into I got really into that band Mountain Heart.
Yes, absolutely.
I played guitar and mandolin around the same time, so like Adam Steffey and Clay Jones were both huge influences for me. And for guitar, beyond that was like got into Tim Stafford and Kenny Smith, and like those were like the three that I really just listened to a ton was Clay and Tim Stafford and Kenny Smith. And I kind of stopped playing guitar for a while and just focused on mandolin, did a lot of mandolin stuff around Northern Virginia area and beyond. And I got back into playing guitar during 2020. So I was looking for something to do. And got really inspired by Trey Hensley. Just listened to a ton of him, and I'm like, man, that's the thing that I want to do. Just play like that. And so I love Trey's playing. Chris Lequette was probably the first guy I ever really heard shred like that, and I was like, "What is that? What is he doing?" And but yeah, man,
And Chris used to play in my band, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. What's that like, with Chris being one of your inspirations to kind of follow in his footsteps working with Frank here in Dirty Kitchen? What's that like, Jack?
Chris who? What?
yeah. We don't talk about Chris.
Oh, he's a dear friend. He's a dear
Yeah,
friend.
no, it's definitely terrifying sometimes because I'm like, man, like it's just I mean, just well, like I said, like Chris, like the first time I ever heard guitar played that way was it was a live version of The Letter that you guys did.
Oh wow, yeah.
And it's like, man, that's great. Like before that, I got turned on to Dirty Kitchen from that first record, and it was kind of the same deal that I had with New Gas Revival. It was actually in the same car, my Beetle, and my friend was like, "Hey, check this album out, put it in." And we were driving from Northern Virginia to Nashville to go to Spigma, and it was like just listening to that album the whole way down. It was like, man, that's awesome. It's like,
So you're the one.
yeah,
Nice.
that's me.
Wow. All right.
I was like, man, if I ever get in a band, this is the band I want to be in. I want to play guitar in this band.
Well, I feel pretty lucky to be in a band with old Jack here. He's a beast, as you can hear. Yeah, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Y'all are going to bring it in Newport, Kentucky, in the Cincinnati area. Southgate House Revival, man.
Yeah.
Always rolling out the red carpet for cool roots music and beyond. Friday
We got a couple
night,
of tickets
this Friday.
This Friday, the 26th, yeah, and it's release day for Looking Past You, and we got a couple of tickets that we could give away too for anybody that I don't know what kind of thing you got promoting or you're promoting on the air here.
Yep. We're gonna be doing some giveaways on air this week, so folks,
Woo!
be sure to stay tuned to Real Roots Radio. They can win a chance to see Frank Solivan and Dirty Kitchen this Friday in Newport, Kentucky. So folks need to stay tuned.
Do the letter. Yeah, you want to hear one more before
Let's do it.
before we close it up, man? Jack mentioned this tune as one of the things that got him fired up with the band, and he first showed up to the first rehearsal, him and Cody, our bass player, and I was like, okay, well, here's a list of songs, and I'm thinking, man, we're gonna have to teach these guys some songs and like go through the whole deal, and they show up and man, they know it better than I do, I'm like, geez, all right, and then they're adding their own thing and going, I'm like, okay, well, this is really cool.
That's got to be exciting for you,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Let me change my settings so you can hear my mandolin here, and we can play this tune for you. It's called "The Letter" by the Old Box Tops. You remember that?
She couldn't live without me no more. Oh, listen, mister, can't you see? Gotta get back to my baby once more. Anyway, now. Ticket for an airplane. I ain't got time for the fast train. The lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby wrote me a letter. Well, she wrote me a letter and said she couldn't live without me no more. Oh, listen, mister, can't you see? Gotta get back to my baby once more. Anyway.
Bluegrass, Frank Solivan, Dirty Kitchen, come to Newport, Kentucky this Friday night. So be sure to come on out to Southgate House Revival. Frank and Jack, thank you guys so much for joining us on Real Roots Radio and bringing your instruments too.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate the opportunity, man.